Last week, I ate a sweet drink, right? It had a lot of sugar in it. And I don't often eat that much sugar, right? When I do eat sugar, I can seriously feel the effects. I feel my energy dropping the hours after I have the beverage, and I can feel that my energy is a bit lower the next day. And I was just feeling horrible, thinking like, oh, I feel so bad right now. I wish I didn't have that drink. But then I thought, actually, how can I be grateful for this feeling that I'm having? This horrible feeling of after having this sweet drink. And I realized if I didn't feel horrible after having this sweet drink, I would be more likely next time to have it again. This is kind of deterring me from wanting to have the drink again. So I'm actually grateful for this feeling because it means I avoid things that are bad for me, like sugar. So that's an example of taking something that you had a negative feeling or thought about and kind of changing the perspective on it to see it in a positive way. So that's kind of the basic concept of what gratitude is. Gratitude is basically how you can look at the external world and interpret it as positively as possible. Now you might think like, this is like cheesy as hell, like no way you can just suddenly see negative things and make it positive. Well, you have to realize that gratitude is a habit. It's not something that you can just immediately like put on glasses and start seeing the world positive. It's something you have to train your mind to be able to do naturally. You have to put in the daily practice of practicing gratitude. And after practicing it a while, you will naturally just start to see the world in a more positive perspective. The first level of gratitude is you can feel grateful and happy about things that you take for granted or feel neutral about. For example, I have this mouse. I almost never think about it. I just kind of take it for granted. I use my computer most days and I just use my mouse. I don't even think, oh, I'm grateful I have a mouse. But now when I look at it and I say, yeah, I'm grateful I have a mouse. I'm grateful that it's a really good mouse that I can click on my computer and I'm able to do my homework and everything. Suddenly I feel a little bit happier in my life for something that previously I felt nothing towards. So that's the first level of gratitude. The second level of gratitude, feeling grateful and happy and positive about something which you feel negative about. So this is the next level of gratitude, in my opinion. This is that level where suddenly you're changing the perspective of things you previously found negative and you're interpreting them as positive. Think about how big the impact of that would be. If you could take all the negative things that happen into your life and just simply change your view so that they become positive. That's the whole reason for practicing gratitude. You're basically making your worldview more positive. So how do you build this habit? There are many ways, but the method that I use and I've been using for the past year or so is just simply gratitude journaling. So you just take a piece of paper and you just think, okay, what are some things I could be grateful for? And you might start with some really simple stuff like, oh, I'm grateful for this pen, I'm grateful for this bed and for the heater. But then the real change comes when you start thinking of those things that you seriously feel negative about and actually seeing them in a positive light. Like, it's gonna sound crazy, but stuff like, how can I be grateful for trauma in my past? And how can I be grateful for the bad things that have happened to me? So it's kind of like you're training to see everything in a positive way. That's why gratitude journaling is so effective and will actually make your life happier in the long run. Just throughout the day, you will just start to see things from a much more positive perspective. And the thing is, your mind is just generating thoughts around the clock, right? So as you get better at gratitude, the thoughts that your mind will generate will just start to become more positive. And you'll just start feeling better overall, because if all your thoughts that are coming out of your mind are becoming more and more positive, then since thinking is what you do most of the day, you'll just start to feel positive around the clock.